Do you ever notice that what's worse than actually feeling a negative emotion is actually the frustration and the inner struggle that comes after having that initial emotion? This is Jacqueline Foster here of Feeling Good TV, and today I want to talk about that struggle, that resistance that comes as a result of feeling a negative emotion. More importantly, I want to give you a sentence, a short, simple sentence that you can say to yourself in these moments of that struggle to defuse and to reduce that sensation of inner struggle and increased resistance. I don't know about you, but when I feel a negative emotion, for example, sadness, frustration, jealousy, resistance to something I'm wanting to create, when I feel these emotions, what usually comes right after that is some type of inner dialogue that is saying, you shouldn't be feeling this. You've got things to do. Why are you worrying about this? It's time to move on. It's time to do more. Don't think about this. Just get over it. A lot of those emotions and those feelings and those follow-up thoughts come after that. And I think a lot of that comes from this desire to be good. A lot of these social norms and these pressures that we feel that often they might be spoken, they might be unspoken, but this kind of, you just get through it, just move on, it's fine, don't worry about it. And so oftentimes what happens internally is there are these feelings and these thoughts that arise that, okay, yeah, I should just get over this. But does it help? This is the big question. Does it help having that inner struggle? In my experience, it does not help to have that additional struggle and that additional resistance that is added on to that original emotion. And I found that just by simply honoring and giving a space for that feeling, for that initial feeling, it really diffuses and it reduces, if not eliminates, that internal struggle. So here is the sentence that you can say to yourself when you know a negative emotion arises, whether it be anger, sadness, fear, frustration, whatever it is. Say to yourself, I am feeling anger, sadness, jealousy, whatever, and that's okay. And breathe. I am feeling sadness, and that's okay. And when we say this from a place of honoring and allowing that emotion that's present to be there, I have found that 10 times out of 10 that it diffuses that struggle, that resistance. I encourage you to think in your own life how you respond to a negative emotion. Is your response to start that inner dialogue and that struggle and that resistance even harder to just make it go away? Or do you allow that emotion to be present? Do you give it a space to just honor it and allow it before you decide to act, before you decide to make another decision? I encourage you to think about this. And if you do notice that your response is to struggle and resist even more, try using this simple sentence. Just acknowledge that emotion and say to yourself, that's okay. And that's okay. Okay. I would love to know as well, what do you do in those moments where you're noticing a negative emotion comes up? What do you do to work through it, to move through it? I would love to hear about it. And if you enjoyed this video, come on over to JacquelineLaceyFoster.com, where you can sign up for additional video updates, and I'll send a episode into your inbox every week. You can also find my episodes on hertube.tv. Wishing you an amazing week and looking forward to sharing more with you next time. Thanks so much.